Hey, what's up guys? I'm the Wiggling Wolf and welcome back to another Destiny video. In this video I'm going to talk about the June meta. If you guys didn't know, there was a big patch this past week on Tuesday, June 14th. If you want to read the patch notes, I'll post a link in the description. I kind of just wanted to talk about how I feel about the Crucible right now, what I think about it, and where I think it's headed. Where I think what subclasses are going to be the strongest, or lack thereof. And stuff like that. So overall, I'll start with the weapons because that's going to be the fastest thing to say. I feel like everything is viable at this point. I wish the Red Death archetype of pulse rifles would be brought up a little bit more, but that's basically about it. In terms of weapons, everything feels even, everything feels strong where it's supposed to be strong. I'm just glad they fixed hand-cannon hit registration. They don't feel like Nerf guns anymore. I think that's fantastic. But I've been having a lot of fun recently, actually, since Tuesday. Just trying different stuff out. Seeing how it feels. I think Blade Dancers, they're still nowhere near where they were in year one, but I think Skip Grenades needed the nerf, but I don't think they're super needed the nerf, but that's okay. Their neutral game is still good. You just need to kind of get used to them in terms of like their melee range now and stuff like that. I'm glad they nerfed Sunsingers. They feel actually kind of manageable to play against now. I know their dot damage is taking 4s instead of 7s, but even so, they don't feel like they're just like shitting on you with one grenade. I think that will carry over to the patch where they fix the dot damage numbers in terms of the amount of damage you're receiving or giving. The melee is also unchanged on the Sunsingers, which I think is fine. I think this change makes them strong without like making them the gods of everything. They feel good. I think Titans are going to be very viable now, especially Sunbreakers. Those are very strong right now. I've been enjoying playing on it. I think Sunbreakers, Strikers, and Voidwalkers are probably going to be your 3 best Trials subclasses, along with like the usual Night Stalkers and Gunslingers. I think those are still going to be good. That's what I'm trying to say. The great part about this update is everything feels even, everything feels fair. I think the only thing I really need to work on at this point is the connections in the game. That's really the only thing I think that's left in terms of balance. Does stuff feel weak in terms of subclasses? Yes, they do. Blade Dancer, as I said, I think is the main one that feels kind of weak. Nothing is kind of as crazy powerful as it was in year one. That's for damn sure. But I think that's good, and I think that if they want to bring something up, they can bring everything up at once now, rather than being like, oh, I'm going to make that OP if I bring it up anymore, or they'll have a better idea of what they can tweak to make things maybe a little bit stronger, or maybe even weaker at this point, and I think that's fantastic. I do think the subclasses will still see a little bit more love in general overall, before, like with the Rise of Iron patch. I think they will kind of have their fine-tuning balance then, and I think everything will be pretty much even in terms of feeling that things are fair. I do think people will still complain about certain subclasses, but I think it's just going to be kind of complaining to complain. I think hopefully that their numbers will show that everything is even, because that's the way it feels to me, honestly, at least in these past couple days since the patch. I think all the invisible people glitch thing too has been fixed as well, at least it seems like that. I haven't experienced any of that today, and today's Thursday, the day this video is coming up. I had to spend all night recording something else, but that's a side note. Yeah, I'm happy. Everything feels good, everything feels even. I think we are going to be heading in a very good direction after this patch. That's just my opinions. The things I don't like, I can kind of name on one hand. Throwing knife damage reduction, don't like it. Blade Dancer super changes, don't really like it. First impression though, I feel like once I get used to it, it could be manageable. I do like the distance increase though on the Arc Blade as a whole. Like you can hit stuff that feels almost to year one levels. They do feel slower, but I think that's kind of the trade-off that they gave us, in my opinion. But only time will tell with that. I think it'll just take some getting used to personally. And that's really all I disagree with, if anything. It's mainly the throwing knife thing. I think those really were a skill weapon, but it is a ranged melee, and if you're good with those, you can kind of just like almost map people with them if you get the perfect toss. So yeah, those are my opinions. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. and I'm excited to see where the game's headed. Super exciting stuff. And as always, I was the Wiggling Wolf, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
5 minutes remaining.
First off, for this video, this is extremely basic. If you're a little bit of a higher level player, you might not want to watch this video. But if you are, maybe it could reveal some stuff that might change your game totally, even though it's pretty basic stuff. Let's start off with sensitivity. I play on a 3 personally, but if you're sniping, I would generally stick between a sensitivity of a 3 and a 5.